Hello, everybody. I was gonna do a bumper, but I don't know how long it's gonna take. I know my bumpers are short, but it's like, this would be easier. So, guys, I'm sorry I didn't do a video today. It's just the fact of the matter was, I'm like, stuff is happening with my niece. Nothing bad, but still things are kind of concerning, you know. So I just been kind of doing my, working on my stuff. Getting my mind off of what's going on, but everything's all right. Everything's all right. So I'm not truly like tripping out or anything, but there are things that are still worrying and stuff like that. But yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be grand. Um, I'm still writing on the fracturing, which is again, it's gonna be long, and I'm thinking of just, if you guys want to see it, I'm just thinking of putting it on my website, so you guys can actually like come visit, you can come visit, just read it like that. I am gonna put it on Wattpad and the other thing, but the labels are gonna be fucking hard because like, it's like because I'm kind of introducing the H I'm kind of introducing the H verse in this one thing. So I'm just giving you glimmers and shots of the main stuff. And then like later on I'm still gonna talk about the supplementary stuff because there's a lot of I'm gonna just say this right now. There is a lot of people on the mood in the H verse. And there are a lot of things that are going on in the H verse and even even in the H verse itself, various characters from a certain few villains are gonna make it in Wonder Over Yonder. I mean, if you guys know me, you probably already know who's actually going to be in the show, but in the continuity asset. But yeah, will Lord Dominator be a good guy or a bad guy? I'm thinking of making her into an anti-hero, and I'm thinking of making her into an anti-hero because the seeds were kind of there for that. Like, let's say after Wander's whole entire thing, with her, she starts to kind of reconsider various things. Um, and like in every universe, there's always like a Zan, a Bugsy, and Ansakamaru in like the Bugsy verse. So, he's gonna kind of end up with Zan. I don't know. I like in the main universe, I have Zan with Azula because they're dimension hoppers, so it makes sense. So I gotta see Zan as the kind like Zan in this version is not really the like Zan in the main like Mockverse is like he did spend a lot of time trying to kill Prime a lot. They're cool with each other, but they still fight on occasion. But but here's the twist with Zan in this universe. He actually runs like there's a Dark Avengers, and for all the people that are in the movie that are going like, what are the Dark Avengers? You know how that puppet on a Tick said read a book. I'm just saying, guys, read a comic. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna bite you. It's not going to hurt or bite you. Just read it. Just read it. Reading a comic will give you more context on the stuff that people are using in the MCU. It may not line up exactly, but you get more context. But yeah, basically the story with that is here's a brief summary of it. Basically, Zan was like, you know what, you there are certain things your team won't do that mine will. You only kill when it's absolutely necessary. We, you know, I kill because the job isn't done any other way. So basically, it basically, well, originally I wrote it as Zan does it without AG's permission that he's doing it. So they kind of do it off the books. Like if Team H works where everybody can see them, like the dark dark Team H, they just kind of they the dark Team H, they just kind of or actually Team A, Team AH stands for anti-hero. Um, are basically like doing the jobs that Team H doesn't really take care of. Like they're dealing with other stuff while they're dealing with stuff around the world while while Team H kind of sets their priorities on the earth, but also other places. I would say that Team AH are they're kind of like street level heroes, but something like that. Well, they can be, but they can also do other things too. I'll explain it more when we get into their story. But yeah, they're not gonna appear in Omni Fracturing. Because I didn't think about it. And don't think I just came up with this on the spur of the moment. They were an actual part of the old version of the Team H Adventure series, but I never, because I was doing more things and focusing on Team H less and less back in those days. Um, like there's actually going to be, kind of like my own little dark adventures. Um, but I'll tell you the two characters that are on the Team AH. They're basically Jasper, mostly because Jasper just can't work with Team H or the Crystal Gems the way she does it, because she's still an angry person. She knows that Steven is Rose, and that took her like a very long time to really accept. I skim over that, but yeah, it takes her a while to really accept that this is what it is. But for the time being, she's on Team A. She's on AH mostly because because it's better for her to do that. And Zane was like, well, I guess since you don't want to help the Crystal Gems or my goody goody twin brother, you can join us. And yeah, in the H verse, Zola and Zan don't really meet. I don't know if anybody really knows in the main universe that Zan is kind of with Zola because via dimension hopping. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna showcase them. I'm gonna showcase Zan and Zola a little bit more, um, because we're still in phase 2. So yeah, a lot. You may see a lot of character videos. That's just so you guys can really understand the established characters. And my audio drama skills are gonna get better because I'm actually gonna have some more damn sound effects. So we're gonna do this right. But basically, yeah. And oh yeah, I'm thinking of doing short stories with Aridin, Equius, Gamzee, and Monica. Like when when Prime isn't around, they're usually like doing their own thing. Monica Monica's still coming to grips that she's sort of a sort of a digital being outside of outside the world of her computer, and still kind of really understanding what she is in the world. Aridin kind of still being there to comfort her, but still he still deals with his own stuff, but understands that what he did to Solix and the fairy was very fucked up, and there's nothing you can really do to really atone for that. That's kind of the one reason why he's kind of with Bugsy, Prime and the others, because literally he just is like he's like, well, they're not going to want me around after everything I done, so I was thinking that I would join you guys if that's truly okay. Okay, okay, that is. Again, Aaron sounds like Cronus sometimes. I try to fix that. But yeah. So they have a kid, and yeah. So that's the thing. Gansey still kind of goes through his meditation, but still gets haunted by all the things he did while just kind of doing it because he kind of felt like there was nothing for him to do when he found out the truth of his existence. But being in the mock verse, he's completely free of that. He doesn't have to be this self-aware person anymore, aware of everything now. He can just be a person. Like in this universe, he can be a person. Just a troll, just a regular kind of person that really is cool. And he can actually die too, but I'm not really gonna get into that quite yet because I was thinking of doing a storyline in the Mockverse side of things where Gamzee actually dies and like yeah, I don't know. This one's on the back burner, but I had an idea for like Gamzee actually literally dying because he never dies in the Homestuck. He never dies in Homestuck. So what if Gamzee died permanently? But before Gamzee dies, he goes like, "Bugsy man, don't bring me back. It's fitting that I go out like this. I had some fun times with you and the others. You were my best friend. You're my best friend in the whole world. You're the only one that believed in me when no one else did. And I just want you to know, don't blame yourself for this. It was my responsibility to do what I had to do. I'm atoning for what I done. Goodbye. Tell Karga and the others I said bye. Even if they don't talk to me again. Gamzee, you are you are a good you are a good clown, my brother. Remember, when it actually is my time, I'll come up there and see you, man. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for that. Like Gamzee actually goes out saving either saving the others or saving the Troll Kingdom, and and unlike his other counterpart from the timeline that shall not remain nameless, I feel like he kind of earns this. He'll earn it because he's not trying to be like Epilogue Gamzee where he's trying to make amends and do everything right. He knows what he did was horrible. He knows that all the stuff they did was fucking horrible, and be for he can never truly be forgiven. But he did it because he really wanted to save the people he still cares about. Does he become a ghost? just saying, I don't really know if he becomes a ghost or not. I don't know if he'll become a ghost or not. That would imply that the dream bubbles are still around in the Mockverse, which they could be. I can't really say. One thing though, and this has nothing to do with the Mockverse, Hverse, or even On My Gaming Guys. Where the fuck is Mina now? Like that's what I want to fucking know. Where the fuck is she at? She's got a Friska does, and she just pieces out. There's like she ain't sad or nothing. She just pieces out. Like fuck yeah. Like that's the one thing that gets on my nerves. And the fact that can I just talk about how John and freaking Terezi get have a sort of kiss with each other? It's weird. They have like this weird intimate ass moment where she just bites his lip. It's weird. I'm just thinking so, while I was reading it, I'm like, someone's getting aroused somewhere. But she does. I don't know because in both timelines, John kind of keeps tabs on Terezi. So I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that John, in either case, John doesn't really end up with Roxy. They kind of reconcile in the Candy timeline. It's cool and all, but I kind of like the fact that Roxy and Calliope have a thing because that makes more sense. And Calliope just kind of wanted Roxy to have. I think Calliope just wanted Roxy and them to have their own little happy ending. Dirk killed himself because Dirk basically offed himself in the Candy timeline because he knew that this timeline was basically pointless. That's the true reason why he did it. And I'm still looking. Ew, and we're gonna talk about Ultimate Self Dirk some other time. Oh yes, I had to reread it, folks, because one of my fans asked me to, and I was like, okay. You guys don't understand the kind of pain I go through, the kind of pain that book put, kind of pain the epilogue kind of put me through. I mean, the only thing that's actually of value to me is the meat timeline, but the Candy timeline and the meat timeline do intersect, and the Candy timeline is important. But there's just stuff in it where there's stuff in the Candy timeline where I'm just like, what the fuck? Is a troll resistance? Jane basically turns into the fucking Condess. Does she realize that she turns into part of me has to really I mean, I get that Jane is racist to trolls, and no matter what timeline, I made peace with that. But in one timeline, she does become the fucking Condess, and I don't like it. I don't like it. And I know because of homestuck's nature, this is only just two timelines that we're seeing because basically every timeline is canon. So if you made an epilogue right now, that means that's canon. So there probably isn't a timeline where Jane is this. I mean, I ain't won't. Guys, oh, we're going to talk about tomorrow. First thing, we're going to talk about Jane and Jake's little relationship in both timelines, because either way you look at it, it's just so fucking unhealthy. It's just like they turned a character that has a little bit of an anger problem because she deals with she dealt with Jake's shit, and she's like, I don't know what got into Jane really. I want to hop on. She's like, I want to hop on Jake, even though she's still gonna have a thing for Dirk. That's cool. Like, Jake has pretty made it clear that he doesn't really want you, Jane, but yet you still try. And And they were both drunk anyway, so it's like, ugh, it should have been just a one-time thing. And then the candy time one we got in the in the like uh, in the like candy timeline there. On like the candy timeline, I think like in the candy timeline we got fucking Gamzee. In the candy timeline we got freaking Jane and Gamzee as a thing. Oh yes. I mean, I'm gonna talk about this for a minute. Because I feel bad and I feel like I cheaped you guys out of a video. So I'm gonna talk about Jane, Gamzee, and Jake for a bit. What? Okay, folks. What happens when you have an unhealthy relationship on top of another unhealthy relationship? You get a weird ass threesome. Now the thing is about Gamzee, epilogue Gamzee. I just don't like this version of Gamzee. Maybe it's just because I'm maybe it's just because I'm biased. Maybe it's because I'm biased. Because I wrote a Gamzee that knows that he did wrong and knows that nothing superficial or easy is ever gonna fix it. This Gamzee's like, hey, like going to Carcat going, hey, best friend, I'm sorry for what I did. I know we can be peaceful. I mean, that's one of the inciting incidents that made Cardcat actually want to go and want to go against Jane. And so, and even still, and Jane gets tired. Jane gets tired of him because Jane wanted to hear that Gamzee kind of actually cared about her, but really it was all the stuff that she gave him, and that's not the answer she wanted. And oh yeah, we are going to talk about Jane being the condescendent. Oh dear God, they took my favorite. They took that's the thing about the Homestuck epilogue. When you look at the candy side of things, like the mean side of things isn't so bad. It makes sense that Dirk is, it makes sense that Dirk becomes this way by joining with his other version. A lot of people have been wondering though on my character since he's kind of tied in the Homestuck universe and he has done Spurb like 3 times. Is he the ultimate self of himself? Now, I can't really tell you if Prime is that way because of that. But it's a possibility. But but yeah, but Dirk's ultimate self, I just think it makes sense. Like everything in the Candy timeline is pain, literal, utteral pain, and you suffer for it. You suffer. Like Husky just says, "Hey, you love these characters? Let me see you suffer." I'm just like, no, 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 it's all wrong. I tells you, it's all wrong. But yeah, back to Gamzee and Jane. It's weird. Their relationship wasn't gonna go anywhere anyway, and I knew that from the jump. Because Gamzee goes into Kismissitude with Jane. It's just weird. I mean, there's a scene where like Gamzee grabs Jane's tits and she starts to scream like she's like about to be molested, but she actually enjoys it. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just sitting there reading it, going, what the fuck? You know, I skimmed over it because last time when I read the first time, I was like, this can't be that bad, can it? I read, I'm like, oh shit, it's that bad. Help. Help. And I know you guys are like, Bugsy, you're just over exaggerating. It's not that bad. Then read it. Read the Candy Timeline. I'm saying read nothing but the Candy Timeline. The Me Timeline was my only fucking salvation. Especially the stuff about Obama, but we'll talk about that later. Not in the video, not in this video, but later, like later on. Like probably in another video entirely. But yeah. I didn't do it in my review because I thought it'd be a little bit blood if I just talked about everything in it. Because it is a big ass story. But oh my god. I was talking about I remember when I was first feeling like I don't know how to feel about the epilogue, and I was talking about it with my the you know my barber, the guy that kind of cuts my hair. He's like, that's crazy. And I was like, yeah, it is, and he doesn't even know what homestuck is, but he was like just happy to hear me while he was cutting my hair. I was just like, yeah, but I didn't tell him all the other stuff. Ugh. I'm just gonna say it. Jade has a dog. Jade has a dog member, and I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that. Okay, I'm still like, whenever I think about it, it's like you know, you guys ever hear that one song from your favorite market where DJ like the guy DJ the character, he's like, bitch got a penis. But like think about that, and then I'm like, Jade's got a penis. Jade's got a penis. Like that was playing through my head the whole time I heard Jade. Like the whole time I read Jade's like parts where she talks, and I'm like, Jade's got a penis. And does that mean like in the Me timeline she does too? Please don't tell me that's what it is. Please don't tell me that's just it. Just tell me it's only in the Candy timeline. Just someone tell me it's only in the Candy timeline because I don't think I can take it if it's in the other timeline. Maybe I don't know. Like some Homestuck fans, like it. Others hate it, and I'm just like, it was done on purpose. I feel like because he did this on purpose to tell us that closure doesn't fucking exist. And even though Homestuck is continuing, the closure we wanted, the closure that we thought we wanted is nowhere in reach. That's why I think the lesson of just the epilogues were trying to teach us, because, that's the thing. Hussey never does anything without a reason, and it's just, ew, the Candy timeline. I feel like it mentally broke me the second time I had to read it. Oh yeah, Radia and Solix show up, and Radia kind of ditches Solix, which I'm like, okay. And Obama talks about him being inspired by himself, which I'm still scratching. We're gonna talk about that later, but it still scratches my head that he was the only person in his session. Like, I'm just like sitting here. Then how did you breed the frogs, Mr. Obama? How did you breed the frogs? Like, what? Like, really, I want to know what aspect is Obama in the story. Like, he ain't a witch. He isn't like he doesn't seem like he's a time or space player. Trust me, I would know if he was a time player because we smell our own. But I just want to know if any of you actually have an answer. Leave it in the comments, please. I'm gonna go. I got like other stuff I need to do, but like seriously, yes, rereading the Homestuck epilogue, so we can talk about some stuff. And I'm also rereading certain parts of Homestuck so I can remember various things. Because I was thinking, there's not a lot of people doing a lot of Homestuck theories about the epilogue, and we have people like Optimus Duelist that talk about like Homestuck in general. But how about we have some? And I was thinking like, how about I take up the dubious task of talking about the epilogue, even how much it kind of hurts me. Because it hurts me. I ain't even gonna lie. It fucking hurts reading the thing. Like again, the meat timeline. It makes sense. David and Cardcat are a thing. I'm okay with this because even me, I'm not like into male on male ships, but even then it was like they just kept doing that will they won't they shit, and it just like that's when a part of me just snapped, and I was like, just kiss already, you fucking idiots, jeez, for fuck's sake. Do it or don't do it. But don't fucking tease these fucking fans like, yo, just fucking do it. And Rose is a robot. But we'll talk about that some other time. And I know I'm being a little disjointed with it, but I wanted to at least talk about my initial reactions of it because I didn't talk about it in my review. And I know some of you guys are like, why didn't you talk about it? I was like, nah, I couldn't talk. I just didn't want to talk about it because it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff you gotta get down. And I'm not gonna talk about, I just want to talk about the things I wanted to highlight. Basically, the candy timeline is trying to know more, sorta. It just kind of unravels. But, which I'm like, thank God. Thank God. Just fucking thank God. But I'm gonna go. Enough talking about the epilogue. Enough giving you an update and then talking about the epilogue. We're gonna go. And then I'll talk about more stuff specifically. But we're gonna go now. See ya.